Good morning, groovy citizens, and happy Monday. Not only is it Monday, it is Labor Day. So while you all enjoy your day with your cookouts, your family get togethers, your friends, whoever you're getting together with, or if you're going to be like me and do as little as possible, I want you all to have an amazing day on purpose. But I also want to say thank you to those of you that work so hard, that labor so hard on your jobs every day, especially to the men and women who serve this great country, those of you in law enforcement, and those of you that have retired, because you have labored and now it's time for you to rest. So I just want to say thank you so very much, and you all deserve every day really, but at least today to be recognized for all of your hard work. Now, before I jump into today's topic, I just want to say, y'all, I'm so proud of myself because I'm getting this video done earlier than I had planned on doing it. Of course, I woke up and was a little tight all up in here because my sinuses, y'all know, act a fool early in the morning. But you know, I'm not clogged up right now, so I'll take it. And what else was I gonna say? Something else I was going to tell you guys. Oh, so I know I said I was just going to sit back and relax today, but I do have one thing I need to do, and that is to update, or not update, add a slide into this training that I put together about being in front of the camera. And it just dawned on me that I need to put in a slide that talks about being camera ready. Now, I'm not going to go into any detail too much on that, because if you buy that training, then you'll get it. But I do need to do that. But other than that, y'all, I'm just going to sit back, chill. It's going to be a Netflix kind of day. All right. Now, let's jump into today's topic. Y'all, this is a good one. Who promised you that? Let me ask you that question one more time. Who promised you that? And I know it's been a while since I've done some signing for you all, but if you were to sign the word who, it's who, okay, right around the mouth, who. Now, if I were to finger spell it, it's W-H-O. So it's either who or W-H-O, okay? Anyway, that's your free lesson for today. When you say something to the extent of, I'll get to it tomorrow, I'm like, who promised you that? I'll get to it a month from now. I'm like, who promised you that? Because life changes so quick. And as people, we're often arrogant. Something I must have left out. But anyway, I was one of them. We live our lives and we feel as if we are promised something. When you think about it, it's like when we try to control things. But when you really think about the macro of life and the grand scheme of life, we really don't have any control, you guys. We really don't. We think we're in control of our lives, but to be honest with you, you're not. See, you can only do, I can only do, we can only do what God allows us to do. And don't you ever forget that, because we are not fully in control. We can control what we possess, our emotions, our attitude, our thought process, our perspective, how we speak, how we respond. But just life in general, we have no control over that. When you wake up every day, you have no control over how your day is going to go. I don't have that control either, but I do wake up every day and I say, God, today is going to be a great day no matter what. I talk to God and I ask God to not send me anything that I can't handle. See, but what I do know is that if God allows things to happen, God sends things my way, he already knows that I can handle it. That's why he's going to allow it to happen. But in essence, we don't. And like I said, did I finish? Yeah, we haven't. So this quote was by Inky Johnson. And so he was the one that was saying, I'm like, who promised that? But I love it when he said the only thing that we control is what we possess, and that's our emotions. You decide if you're going to wake up and be happy or sad today. I can't decide that for you. Only you can decide that. You can decide the type of attitude you're going to have for the day. I decide if I want to wake up and just be nasty to people all day. I ain't gonna say all day, but I have had times where I was half a day or just a little bit of the day. But you're in charge of your thought process. You're in charge of your perspective, how you see things, how you speak. Are you speaking to people in a tone with respect, or are you speaking to people in a nasty way? How you respond. Y'all, that's a big one. That's a big one because I'm learning. I'm a work in progress, but I'm learning that I don't have to respond in a negative way every time somebody says something or does something that I don't like. I'm learning. Like I said, I'm a work in progress. I can admit that about myself. But I love it when he says, but just life in general, we have no control over that. You don't control whether the sun comes up or whether it goes down. You don't control if the world just disappears like that. You don't control any of that. You just don't. I know we like to think we're in control, but we're really not. And again, that quote was by Inky Johnson. Then he also says, the same boiling water that hardens the egg softens the potatoes. It's about what you're made out of, not the circumstances. Can I say that one more time? It's about what you're made of, not the circumstances. So when life happens and you weren't expecting it, the circumstance does not dictate how you respond. The circumstance does not dictate how you handle things. It's what you're made of. That's going to determine that's going to determine the outcome, I should say, of things as it relates to whatever that issue is. But I want you all, myself included, I want you all to stop going around saying, I'll do that tomorrow. Now, I get it. Some things you can't do today, because today is a holiday and that place may be closed. So you're going to have to wait until tomorrow to handle it. I get that. But as a whole, I want us to stop going around saying, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that next week. I'll do that next month. I'll do that next year. Because nobody promised tomorrow, next week, next month, or next year to you or to me. And so what happens is it's always a sad situation when someone dies. Well, it's a sad situation anyway, but it's even sadder when you know that that person planned on doing something at a later date, but they didn't get a chance to get there. That's always a hard pill to swallow. That's why I want you all to stop putting things off. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday to bring all of this closer to home, and he said he was going to do something. I forget what it was now. He said, but I'll do that tomorrow. And I said to him, I said, well, who promised you that? He said, huh? I said, you can hear. Who promised you tomorrow? He said, what do you mean? I said, well, you said I'll do whatever it was tomorrow. Oh, I know what it was. We were talking about a coupon that was going to expire. And he said, I'll go to the store tomorrow. And I said, well, tomorrow's not promised to you. I said, do you know 5 minutes from now is not promised to you? This afternoon is not promised to you. Tonight is not promised to you. So certainly tomorrow is not promised to you. Now, I know some of y'all are probably thinking, Michelle, that's just such a negative way to think. No, actually it isn't. That's just being real. If you can do things today, do it today, get it over with. Stop trying to put everything off until tomorrow. Because, well, let me finish what I was saying first. And so I said to him, I said, well, why don't you just go into the store today? You're already out and about. Just go on to the store, use your coupon, and then it's done. And he said, you know what? He said, you're right. I didn't even think about it like that. And I wasn't trying to be funny, and I wasn't trying to shame him or make him feel bad. But as I was preparing for today's topic, I just said, even for myself, I've got to stop saying I'm going to do things tomorrow. Like sometimes I think to someone will cross my mind, and I'll say, you know what, I need to call so-and-so. And then I'll look at the time, and it's not late, but, I'll say, I'll call them tomorrow. But now I'm going to start saying to myself, Michelle, who promised you that? Who promised you that there will be a tomorrow? Who promised you that there will be a tomorrow for you or for that person that you thought about calling? So that's really what I want to get across to you all today. Stop saying you'll do it tomorrow. Do whatever that thing is you need to do today, if you can, because I do understand that sometimes you cannot. I understand that. But if you can do it today, get out there and do it today, because tomorrow's not promised to anyone. That's why it's so important that you live for today. Because truthfully, honestly, right now is all you have. Today is all you have, but to really bring it home, right now is all you have. Because we don't know what's going to happen to us. That's why I always pray, and I pray hard, honey. I pray sometimes till the tears start to roll down my face for various things, but I pray and I ask God to let every day be an amazing day on purpose. Let me get up, Lord, and do the things that I know I need to do. Let me get done today everything that I need to get done. Because, Lord, I know tomorrow's not promised to me. Now, I'm praying that you'll allow me to see tomorrow, but I understand that tomorrow's not a given for me or for any of us. So I want you all to live in the moment. Do what you have to do now. So whatever it is that you can do today, I want you to get it done. If it's some place that you have to call or go into, I understand that that place may not be open because it is a holiday, and I do understand that. But I do want you to stop procrastinating. And to be honest with you, that's really what all this boils down to. We need to stop procrastinating. This is why I stay on you all about creating your list of things to do. This is why I tell you all, stop waiting until you get to December. And now you're trying to get done in 1 month everything that you should have done throughout the course of the year. Why do you do that to yourself? And I'm be honest with you, I was that person. I've done it before. I truly have. And I realized that just doesn't work for me. It's very frustrating because every day you feel like you're running out of time. You're like, Lord, I'm not going to be able to get all this done. And you drive yourself crazy trying to get it done. But that's all because I made the, let me air quote, assumption that I had a tomorrow. And that's why I kept putting things off. So right now, we're in the beginning of September, but it's also the third month in the third quarter. So I want you all to bring it home, finish up everything that you needed to do this quarter, assuming that you mapped your things out that way. Because while I have a yearly goal, I also have weekly goals, I have monthly goals, I have quarterly goals. And so everything that I want to accomplish for the third quarter, I need to make sure, well, go back and revisit my list, but also make sure that I'm getting it done and I'm not procrastinating, because you all are better than that. I am better than that. We are better than that. And we can get things done. But I just want to leave you with this thought, you guys. Stop going around saying, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll get to it next week. I'll take care of that next month. We'll look at it or we'll revisit it next year. Because none of that is promised to you. None of that is promised to me. All we have is right now. So you guys, I want you all to go out there, have an amazing day on purpose. Do so responsibly, because we are still in the midst of COVID. So please be careful about the people that you're hanging out with and these crowds. Wear your mask. If you don't want to do that and you're outside, that's on you. But wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Keep your hand sanitizer with you at all times. I just want you all to go out there and have a great day and be safe doing so. Be careful about where you go. And I hate to bring this up, but just as I was walking out the door, they were talking about, we had 10 shootings, I guess, over the last 24 hours in the DMV area. And it's just really frustrating and disheartening. So please be careful about where you go. And if you don't remember anything else I say, take God with you wherever you go. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome and thank you for coming back. You guys know I love you all and I miss you when I don't get to see you. Go out there, enjoy the rest of your day. Y'all know the drill, you know the spiel. I love you all to the moon and back. Love you, love you, love you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And y'all know there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing at all, because I'm always going to love you, no matter what. I want the best for you. I want the best for me. I want the best for us. Love you, and we'll talk again on Wednesday. Oh, before I forget, if you're on Wisdom, look me up, you guys, because I'm doing Wisdom talks on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, I believe, this week. Well, I did one yesterday, so make sure you go check that out. But I will be doing one tomorrow and one again on Thursday. Love you all. We'll talk again on Wednesday.